Welcome, time travelers. It's April 20th, a date packed with surrealist artists, space science, silver-laced battles, and beans. Yes, beans. From the heights of basketball records to historical lows, April 20th covers the full emotional spectrum. We'll laugh, reflect on the dark things that happened, and maybe respect a lima bean or two. We start with National Look-alike Day in the US, a day where everyone becomes someone else. Whether you're channeling your inner celebrity or your coworker with the unfortunate haircut, today, identity is optional. And don't forget to pay homage to the legume of the hour. Yes, it's Lima Bean Respect Day. Originally from Peru, this humble bean's been boiled, buttered, and memed into global fame. Let's give it the love it never asked for. Today we say Feliz Cumpleaños to Joan Miró, 1893, the Spanish surrealist whose paintings look like dreams had dreams. And also to Adolf Hitler, 1889. Yeah, not exactly a birthday worth celebrating, but history doesn't come with a skip button. On a lighter note, George Takei, 1937, was born today. Sulu from Star Trek. From wartime internment camps to TikTok royalty, he's boldly gone where few have dared. Also born today, in 1949, Jessica Lange, the award-winning actress who's played everything from haunted women to bold queens. And a shout-out to Napoleon III, born 1808, the French emperor who modernized Paris, then got exiled to England. Let's take a solemn pause for those who left us on April 20th. First up, Chief Pontiac, the Ottawa leader, tragically stabbed in a drunken feud in 1769. Bram Stoker, the father of Dracula, died in 1912, likely from a stroke, though I prefer to imagine it was from battling imaginary vampires. Steve Marriott, frontman of the Small Faces, died in 1991 in a tragic house fire sparked by a cigarette. A rock legend gone too soon. Also, King Christian X of Denmark passed away in 1947 from a brain hemorrhage, a monarch known for resistance during World War II. And then, in 2018, the music world lost Avicii, a young genius of beats and melodies. He died far too early while in Oman. Listen, if you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, please check the description for links to organizations that can help. You're not alone. You are never alone. In 1657, during the Battle of Santa Cruz de Tenerife, England's Admiral Blake rained fire on Spain's Silver Fleet. It was a trade dispute, with cannons. Then in 1792, France kicked off the French Revolutionary Wars by declaring war on Austria. Spoiler, things escalated quickly. And sadly, in 1999, the world was shaken by the Columbine school shooting in Colorado. 13 lives were lost, a heartbreaking reminder of the fragility of peace. Children should never be victims of weapons. One can't help wonder, how can this be avoided? In 1902, Marie and Pierre Curie isolated radium, glowing their way into Nobel history. Literal trailblazers. In 2010, the Deepwater Horizon rig exploded. 11 lives lost, and the Mexican Gulf suffered damages that couldn't be fixed with a change of name. A reminder that tech without caution can get very dangerous and messy. But on a hopeful note, in 1993, Wangari Maathai, the Kenyan tree planting hero, received the Goldman Environmental Prize, Green Thumbs Up, and in 1921, a young Enrico Fermi published a paper on relativity. It didn't make headlines then, but atoms were listening. In 1986, Michael Jordan scored a whopping 63 points in a playoff game against the Celtics. Even Larry Bird said it was God disguised as Michael Jordan. And in 2008, Danica Patrick zoomed into the record books as the first woman to win an IndyCar race. In Japan, no less. Start your engines. Equality is catching up. The year? 1908. The place? St. Louis. The event? The first U.S. gas station opened. And the traffic jam tradition was born. And yes, 420 was born in 1971 when a group of Californian teens used it as code for, let's say, extracurricular horticulture. It stuck. Worldwide. In 1534, explorer Jacques Cartier sighted Canada for the first time, specifically the Gulf of St. Lawrence, and probably some confused codfish. Then in 1828, René Caillie became the first European to reach Timbuktu and live to tell the tale. The desert was no joke. April 20th, 1977. Annie Hall premiered. Woody Allen's neurotic charm made rom-coms artsy and awkward. And in 1983, Sweet Dreams by the Eurythmics hit #1. And yes, Sweet Dreams are made of synth. Back in 1653, Oliver Cromwell stormed into Parliament, kicked everyone out, and declared himself boss. British democracy said, "Excuse me?" And in 2011, the Syrian uprising intensified. What began as protests grew into a devastating civil war. The Syrian dictator, Assad, got help from Russia to destroy the rebellion only in 2025. Assad had to flee Syria, leaving a what-to-seem-free Syria. Our thoughts go out to all affected. So whether it's war, beans, breakthroughs, or birthdays, April 20th has seen it all. But remember this, if today is your birthday, you are the most important thing that ever happened on this date. Because for those who love you, you light up the world more than any historical headline ever could. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed our time hop through history, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. We've got more dates, more stories, and probably more beans coming your way.